My father wanted me to go to SMU and stay at home as my brothers had done, and I really wanted to go away from home. And I had a neighbor who lived up the street who had gone to East Texas, and I had visited there, and I liked the idea of a small campus. And so that's where I went in 1962 and stayed for a long time, and I really got a great education there. I needed to find a job, and that's in the mid-60s when the community colleges were growing in Texas, and I got a job at Tarrant County Junior College the first year it opened as Director of Student Activities. And I went there and really found my passion about, that community colleges are America's contribution to higher education. They're all about access and opportunity. And it was a great experience for me. And so I really decided that's where I wanted to be. I went to segregated public schools in Dallas. And when I went to Commerce as a freshman and sophomore, it didn't integrate until 1964. So I was never in a class with a person of color in my life until, as a graduate assistant, I went in to teach a course that was part of the general education curriculum called Personality Foundations. And all of a sudden here I am in this classroom with 24 students, 9 of whom were these young African-American football players. And that was my first experience of having that kind of interaction. And it was a great experience for me as I began to understand about, about working with people whose backgrounds are different. And that's also the great thing about being in community colleges, because our student body here is very, very diverse. And, I've learned about all the differences about people, but I've also learned there are so many more similarities. And so all of my community work often is involved with working with groups. I'm very involved with the NAACP. I'm also on the board of the Hispanic Police Society. I'm on the board of the Holocaust Museum and Studies Center, and very interested in Holocaust education and really tolerance and peace. When I was in graduate school in Commerce, Carl Rogers, this great educational psychologist, was the kind of guru of all the graduate students in the program. And he said, we're part of everything with which we come in contact. And I absolutely believe that. And so growing up with all these experiences and being in public community colleges with students who are so diverse in age, background, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, it's made me really appreciate all that. And that's what makes this job so exciting, because I get the experiences of being here working with students who are very diverse, and then being in a community that's very diverse and being involved in that community.